Okay. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Hello, everyone. We have Kendrick Wilson here. I told you all he was going to be coming on the show. He wants to drop some receipts on Tamika Mallory. Let me change that up. Okay, there we go. He wants to drop some receipts on Tamika Mallory. Now, I told you all, I sent out the notifications and everything on all of my platforms to let you all know that Kendrick has decided he wants to challenge Tamika Mallory to a debate on my platform. Now, mind you, she has said openly that she will challenge anyone, anywhere, on any platform. So we're going to see if she takes Kendrick up on his offer. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and get into it, Kendrick. You can go ahead and take it from here, and then I'll be bringing up those receipts that you sent me.
Okay, Queen. I appreciate you having me on. Before I get into anything, I just want to say you look amazing. You really do look like a Black queen, and I appreciate the platform. I appreciate the platform and the opportunity to come and try to shed some light to what's going on out there as far as the corruption in the Breonna Taylor case. More importantly, to have two men and women that both are that we're standing up for injustice, claiming that we're standing up for the culture, to actually have a debate. A lot of this stuff has gotten very messy on the internet. So I appreciate you, trying to be a person that's kind of middleman and making sure it don't get too messy, and, having a platform to where we can possibly debate and do it the right way. Because you see presidents and governors and everybody, before they run for office, what do? They debate each other. So I think it's only fair that, we kind of learn from, the country that we live in and how people get in position of power. You have to debate your way into position of power. And if she truly wants to be the leader of our culture and be the person that's standing up, and I think it's fair that we should have a debate. And I challenge Tamika D. Mallory to a debate, fair and square debate. And I think this is a non-biased platform. In fact, you're a Black woman, she's a Black woman, so she kind of got the advantage on this platform. But at the end of the day, I would love to debate her on your platform, because I think your audience is fair. I think they're non-biased. Even your audience is a little hard on me because I date a white woman. I heard somebody say something about that Becky. So, she got the crowd on the side a little bit. So I think it'd be a great platform to debate. And yes, I do challenge her to a debate.
Okay, great. Okay. So now I want to start off with this, the first receipt that you sent me, where you have told us previously on an interview you did on here, where you said that she was talking about she was broke and all this stuff. And so you actually sent the receipts where she actually is saying this herself. She actually typed it up or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and show that. And you can, I'm going to read it, and then you can give your thoughts or whatever you have to say. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to be sharing my screen so that you all can see this. Everyone in the chat, I'm going to be sharing my screen so that you all can see this for yourselves. Everyone, please get the likes up. Everyone, please like and share the video so that we draw more people into the algorithm for the viewing.
You like and share it right now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to read this, and then we're going to let Kendrick give his thoughts on this. It says, this morning, now this has her name on here, as you can see. It says Tamika D. Mallory. Let me zoom in. Okay. It says
in Louisville.
That's right. It's dated October the 6th, 2020. Tamika D. Mallory is in Louisville, Kentucky. It says, this morning, I was chatting with my sister at Kim Blackwell, PMM, thanking her for sending help when I was at a low point at the end of 2019. Now, in late December, my car was about to get repoed, and I was struggling to decide if I should buy groceries and pay other bills or save my vehicle. I was fresh out of a PTSD program and had been struggling with addiction due to severe depression from a very challenging and publicly painful time. Fast forward to this year, so many blessings have fell upon me. I recently signed a major book deal, and my podcast at Street Politicians Pod with at My Son General is about to have a big launch at the Gods Charlemagne the God's new network, The Black Effect. God is my constant provider. Since having at Ty95 _ at 18 and becoming a single mom 2 years later when his father was murdered, God has been providing. My faith is strong. I'm rooted in the belief that if I give myself away, he will continue to hold me. I'm crying as I write this because I know about the power of the blood. And I pray that every day that I will be cleared of insecurity, negativity, bad behavior, and all the things that people don't see. We all have family. For those struggling, don't you give up. Help is on the way. It may come in the form of a friend or an opportunity, but it's coming. Sounds all very good.
Yeah, I mean,
sounds good.
It does sound good. What stood out to me and what made me lock in that specific that Facebook post, what made me lock that in, I knew it was going to come back to play. I knew somehow, some way she was going to stick her foot in her mouth. And when she said produce the receipts, well, that's one of them right there, because you got to understand what's going on in that post. She's stating that before she came to Louisville, that she was broke. She said she was struggling to whether she should, take care of her car or whether she should buy certain groceries. So basically she was broke. And what it tells me, she doesn't know how to manage her money. And more importantly, she doesn't know how to, if you can't manage your money, how are you going to manage a whole culture and be a leader? Last time I checked, this movement is based on money. From what we can see, everything's about money, money, money. And she couldn't manage her money to the point to where she has money put up to take care of her car and her groceries. So I just want to say this time stamp that she put on it was October 2020, but she was referring to 2019, right before she came to Louisville in December. So the Women's March is one that her and her group organized, her and the organization organized. And off the Women's March, they pulled in 2.5 million. This is, I believe it was 2018, 17, whenever the Women's March was. And they made a lot of noise, but more importantly, they made a lot of money. How is it that you and your organization, your nonprofit pulled in 2.5 million, but here we are in 2019, you don't even have money to pay for your car and your groceries. Right. Something's not adding up right there. Something's not adding up. And then when you look at the paperwork, read the fine print, you'll see that she paid herself, out of the 2.5 million that they made, she paid herself over $70,000. So what I'm saying is, how do you not take $70,000 and be able to have your car taken care of and your groceries? I can see if she said she was possibly about to lose her house or something like that, because her house note's just too much for her. But you said something as simple as a car note and groceries. And for a person that has a job, that's a must. You can't keep the job unless you got the car. You can't survive unless you're paying for the groceries. We're gonna take care of our car note and our groceries. So that was a receipt that I had to pull on her, because something's not adding up with Tamika right there. There's a lot going on in that post.
Hold on right there, Kendrick, because before you go any further, I want to play something that someone else had to say about her and several other people like Benjamin Crump, I'm sorry. But so that people know this isn't just you saying these things or thinking these things about her. Hold on 1 second. Now let me pull this receipt up, because someone sent me this today also. Okay, here it is, and I'm going to share my screen once again so everybody can see this. And Kendrick, I don't even know if you've seen this yet. But this is Tamir Rice's mother.
Okay.
Speaking on her, and I did report that Tamir's mother was going in on them the other day, but this is something else. I think it's an interview she did or whatever. Okay, so let me enlarge this.
Certain times I wanted to I did not understand we're communicating. It's kind of strange. It's kind of strange. Like certain times I wanted to stand up. My attorney at the time was Ben Crump, and he kind of told me, like, if they not gonna pay an angry black woman, And, you know, I was kind of limited to say what I wanted to say. And I'm like, it didn't feel good. And somewhat they kind of co-signed, certain individuals kind of co-signed that. And I'm not going to say all of the LGBT queer community has been good to me, you know, but the ones that have been, they have, but the ones that actually, you know, is under those certain type of teachings that they teach over at Black Lives Matter, whatever, they do have a certain type of way of just being all up in your business. But again, we're vulnerable, so we're talking, we're letting them know, because at that time we make them a part of our case, okay? Because, you know, we're looking for guidance, and at that time they're working with the attorney to to collab on whatever rally, whatever protest, whatever press conference that the person should be doing. And that's why you see Tamika Mallory, Ben Crump, and Sean King at these protests, because they have taken over for the family. Especially in George Floyd, there's no mother and father. But in Breonna Taylor's case, the mother is there. She doesn't say very much. And I don't think we heard from the father. So it's kind of strange, because they hound you so much. Like, I don't even really believe that Tamika, and I'm gonna give you an example. I don't even believe Tamika Palmer is controlling her pages when it comes to Facebook and Instagram. Like, she's not controlling. That is not the work of, if you go to Instagram, look at Tamika Palmer page. That is not the work of a mother. Look at my page.
She said a lot right there, Queen. She said a whole lot. And no, I hadn't heard that. Heard that. She said a lot of things, and I would like to touch base on those things, because she spoke a lot. See, this, I need y'all to understand, this is what and I'm going to use the word Black woman, but a woman, a mother, period. This is what a mother, period, sounds like, that's lost her kids to police violence. This is what you're supposed to sound like. This is how you're supposed to speak, not filter, and not afraid to say what's on your mind. I think more importantly, before we dissect what she said, we need to understand the sounds and the texture of this woman's words versus a Tamika Palmer. We haven't heard anything, damn near nothing, come out of Tamika Palmer's mouth. When I heard her speak, I heard her say something about some voting, which pissed me off, because I'm like, are you serious? Your daughter just got killed months ago, and you talking about we need to get out and vote because Breonna can't? So that's how you're going to... So let me just say this to Miss Rice, man. I've never met her. I've never spoke to this woman. I truly appreciate you. I'm willing to stand with you with your tragic event if possible, because this is a woman right here that's truly been through it. And now she's not only hurting off the back of her son's death, she's hurting off the back of how these leeches, see, people are calling them leaders. I call them leech. They're leeches. These people are leeching off the death of that woman's kid.
Yep.
Now, to me, Tamika wants to be technical and say, well, I never said his name or such and such. Bottom line is, your whole organization is built off the back of people like Tamir Rice's death. That's simple. And for her to say, I think she even went as far as saying she's never met that woman. How do you not extend your hand to go meet this woman? But yet you standing with Breonna. I mean, you standing with Breonna Taylor. And there was speculation, because we all didn't know. The way the story got spent, that Breonna was some drug dealer and all that. Now, things have got cleared up. But at the end of the day, when the story came out, why would you rush to some drug dealer, allegedly, because that's what we was told, but then some innocent kid, and you've been practicing, she said she's been practicing, she's been doing this work since she was 15 years old. So you mean to tell me you just skipped over the fact that this young boy was killed? This innocent kid? This kid was innocent. What no... flat out innocent. How do you not go meet his mother?
Exactly.
You doing activist work, probably out of all the Black people that's been killed. I think Tamir Rice might have been the most innocent one out of all of them. He was a kid playing with a toy.
Exactly.
And you don't go extend your hand and just go out. Like, if I'm activist, I'm not waiting on the mother to accept. I'm gonna go force myself on her. I'm going to knock on her door. Like, if she don't answer the door, it's on her. But I'm at your door with, hey, how you doing? I'm here on behalf of Until Freedom. We heard what happened to your son. This is absurd, y'all. It's sickening. It's disgusting. And I would like to know, at some point, we got to be able to bridge the gap. Who's paying these people? Is it the lawyers? Or is Until Freedom getting money out of whatever the family gets? Because, first of all, their organization is pretty big now. They got a decent amount of members now. Who's paying these people? Where's the money coming from? Because they're making more than some donations.
Right.
Somebody is 100% telling them, hey, we're going to pay you this. There's some promise somewhere. Where's the promise with the money coming from? Is it from the lawyer? Is it settlement? Where's it coming from?
Exactly. And what did they do with that $90 million that they made in 2020 with Black Lives Matter?
Come on, man. This is absurd. Like when I first listened to, I think it was Michael Brown's father came out and said they wanted the 20 million. I was just like, man, what is going on? 20 million. And then I got to breaking it down. I'm like, yeah. They done made 90 million. You do deserve at least 20 million.
Exactly. And don't you, let me tell you something, Kendrick. And here's another thing too. Now, I was the one who exposed them when I found out they made $90 million in just 2020 alone. I went on my live and I showed the receipts, how they have an organization called Act Blue, and a lot of the money was going to them. And they had like the top 10 vendors. The number one vendor was Sloppy Joe Jim Crow Biden, and the number 2 was Bernie Sanders. And then 3 days later, Black Lives Matter comes out and admits that some of their money went to political campaigns. And also, they finally say for the first time in 8 years that they've been in existence, now they want to talk about their finances. They only did that because they got exposed. So my thing is, these people are making all this money and they're not doing anything for the families of the victims. That's what I find very strange. So how are you? You're not getting anybody justice. None of these people that protested for have gotten a bit of justice. Now continue.
No, you're right. I'm not just piggyback on what you said. It's very strange. I mean, are you people even offering to get these families out of the setting of where their kids got killed at? I mean, I'm sitting right here looking at a case that happened here in Louisville. What's more cases in Louisville that y'all don't know about? This family is still living in the same house that the incident went down under. If you look up Mario Andretti, the same as the NASCAR driver, if you look up his name, they're still in that house. And you know what? When Until Freedom was here, they never said their name. They never stood with these people. You mean to tell me that y'all sitting on $90 million plus? Or y'all have access? Are y'all sisters and brothers with different organizations that's generating this much money? But yet y'all not even getting these families out of the environments where these exact situations went down? It's just disgusting, y'all. It's just disgusting. You know how much 90 million is? I heard Tamir Rice's mother is trying to open up a center. I guarantee you 90 million could help out with this center. I guarantee you her center probably, if at most, probably $1 million. Don't she deserve it?
I mean, they should give her something, definitely, if they're for the people.
They should give her everything. Because what you give her is not for her. That's not for her pocket. That's for a community center that's going to sit in the neighborhood and prevent things like this from happening. See, this is what I don't understand. They got all this money for a solution. All this money for a solution. But they put none of the money into prevention. At some point, we got to start pumping the money into prevention.
That's right. That's right.
This woman, her plan, not to cut you off, but Miss Tamir Rice's plan, her Miss Rice's plan is to prevent this from happening again. That's what her community center is for.
Right.
To have a place for kids to play. Prevention, not solution. Prevention.
Mm-hmm. And they should be giving the family of the victims, they should be giving them some form of compensation, because we see that these people have not gotten any justice in all these years. They have been struggling. They have themselves become community activists and leaders. And they, unlike the ones who are pocketing and monetizing off of the Black people's struggle, they're not out here looking for fame and clout. Because I do believe that Tamika Mallory is a clout chaser. I believe that she's out here trying to make a bag. I think that she's out here trying to get popular. You know, she's featured on some, I heard that she was featured on some reality shows. Isn't she featured on some reality shows? And she's out here doing Cadillac commercials. My thing is, why is the corporate corporate organizations paying her when she's supposed to be so-called a Black activist? Because we know that they don't take favorably to that. Many of the Black activists in Ferguson turned up dead. and they were so-called suicides. But we all know that was a bit strange. And then we see how they demonize people who actually stand up in defense of Black people. So, but they're giving her endorsements.
I mean, check this out, Queen. To go a step farther, they call themselves moving to Louisville, right? I got news for you, Queen. What is this? March 30th right now? That's the date, March 30th. Over 50 people in Louisville have been killed this year to gun violence. No Until Freedom work. No boots on the ground. No activist work. I don't see these people. The hood don't see these people. The hood don't even know these people. Outside of being down at 6th and Jefferson and doing their little marches, the hood's not familiar with these people.
And no community. Let's not forget that Tamika is a feminist, right? Wasn't she out there with her little women's march and all that stuff and talking about, didn't she in fact say, and quote me if I'm wrong, but didn't she say that sexism is worse than racism?
Yep.
Didn't she say that? Now, you know that is a white supremacist agenda, because that's the white women who go out there and start these feminist groups and organizations and then recruit Black women who are niggering enough to fall for it. And they're the ones who want to talk about sexism being worse than racism because they want to downplay our struggle. But go ahead.
No, it's sexism is worse than racism, so they say. But I don't see nobody kicking in doors just because you're a woman and you get killed just because you're a woman. I got news for you. Nothing's worse than racism. There's one thing that's worse than racism. Just one, and that's corruption. Because corruption don't care what color you are. It's just going to do what it wants to do. That's the only thing that I'll say that's worse than racism. But racism and corruption is 1A and 1B. There's no feminism and all. No. At the end of the day, us Black people, we're at the bottom of the totem pole, and we got people who look like us that have officially, right before our eyes, joined the Ku Klux Klan. These people, the Ku Klux Klan is accepting Black people. And in my opinion, I believe people like Tamika Mallory is going to mess around and be the damn Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, this is crazy. They're carrying out white supremacy agendas clearly.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Now let's talk about these other receipts that you sent me. Now, this is her Women's March 2017 tax filing, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen and then you explain whatever you have to say about this. I'm going to show first, there's a letter. It says, filing instructions, Women's March Incorporated, exempt tax organization tax return. Is that the one you want me to show or the other ones? You know, there's many pages. Is there anything specific you want me to?
You can show the return. Let me get to it.
Okay.
You can show the return. I'll break it all down, but at the same time, I want to save some of it for the debate because she got some explaining to do. See, I own my own business. I know how to read this stuff. She got some explaining to do. She said it out her own mouth. Bring the receipts. We can show the receipts for the people who got their own business. Y'all gonna see it right away. She got some explaining to do.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, Kendrick, I'm gonna show like 2 pages, all right? Okay. 2 pages, and then I'll let you say the rest if she accepts your challenge for this debate, because I'm waiting to see this. That's that's how we'll know if she's gonna stand by what she's been doing and saying. If she accepts the debate, I want to see what she has to say about it. Okay, here we go. Exhibit A. Now let me zoom in. Mm-hmm. So this is more visible. Okay, now this is the e-file documentation 8879-EO for 2017. It says Women's March. Mari Lynn, co-president. All right. So go ahead.
You can zoom into that number. You see it where it says 2.5 million that was made. You see that?
I absolutely do see it. Hold on. Let me see if I can zoom in so that is more visible.
2.5 million. This is 2017. 2.5 million off the Women's March.
Mm-hmm.
The woman in 2019 is telling y'all that she struggled to pay for her groceries and she had to pick between groceries and car notes or whatever she was paying for. How? With that number right there. That's her organization.
Yep, $2,533,000.
But then a little over a year later, 2 years later, in 2019, you struggling to buy groceries, but then months after you're struggling to buy groceries, you come to Louisville, and then now, once you done left Louisville, over a year later, few months ago she done left Louisville. Now she's worth $1 to $5 million.
Exactly.
Has anybody looked at Tamika D. Mallory's net worth? It says $1 to $5 million. What in Louisville, Kentucky, in the streets? Okay, I think I figured it out, Queen. Allegedly, when she went to Daniel Cameron's house and they sat down on his lawn, allegedly, Daniel Cameron had some gold and some diamonds in his yard. And when they went and sat in Daniel Cameron's yard, they found some gold and some diamonds and turned it in. And now she's worth $1.5 million, because that's all she did when she was in Louisville, was go to Daniel Cameron's and sit on his front lawn. That's it. So allegedly,
right?
Yeah. Allegedly, they found some diamonds and some gold in that front yard. Because I got news for you. Ain't no $1.5 million in Louisville streets for protesting. If that's the case, I should be worth at least $15 million, because I did way more protesting than her.
Mm-hmm. And you had more receipts than she did and all of that.
It's crazy.
So this is all crazy.
Crazy.
Now, so I didn't even know she was worth that kind of money.
You can Google it. That's what Google say. I guess we got to say allegedly, because Google says allegedly she's worth Forbes. I think it's in Forbes. I think. I read it on the internet.
Let me see if you can find it.
$1 to $5 million. $1 to $5 million. I said, for what? How? What'd she do? Was the Cadillac commercial worth $1 to $5 million? I mean,
this is real crazy. Now, she just went from not being able to pay her car note and buy groceries and all of that stuff.
That's in 2019, Queen. Remember, she spent her whole 2020, most of her 2020, she spent in Louisville. So I'm trying to figure out, how did she come up in Louisville like that?
Right. And then, so this is what I want to ask you also. What do you think about Shaun King? Because Shaun King was trying to cape for her when Samaria Rice came out and said what she said about them being fraudulent and trying to clout chase and all of that. So he
I got some news. Somebody said that it's not letting them see your live right now. I just want to warn you that they took it down or something. But I'll say this.
Let me go on another thing and see.
It says violating YouTube's terms of services. It's been removed.
What?
She powerful. You can't speak on corruption.
Right. Wow. So that's real shady. Okay. Well,
here's my question. I mean, damn, did y'all even take time to review it? We ain't even been on here long enough for y'all to review it.
Right.
See, this is what happens, Queen. They're so powerful that as soon as you say their name, it goes into a system. Take that down. You can't even say their name.
I'm going to see what they said exactly. Hold on. Let me go ahead and see what they said. It says guideline strike. Let me see if they give a reason.
Oh, man. It's crazy.
Oh, okay. You know, it's saying, hold on. So is the video taken down now? Or are we still live? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on.
It's not letting, my girl's saying it's not letting her see it.
Yeah, that's real crazy.
Let me see. I'll check myself. My girl said it's not letting her see it, though. Let me double check on my phone.
Okay.
Nope. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't see it on here either. I don't even see it on my own computer.
Nope. They said this video has been removed. And here's the thing. There's no way they could have reviewed that.
Right.
You have to give it. You have to go and watch it. Wait, what did y'all start watching as soon as we went on? What have we said? When did we commit violation? What violation? The violation saying Tamika D. Mallory.
That's real crazy that they took it down during the broadcast, because they usually wait till after. If you get a community strike, they usually take it down after the fact. So anyway, that's crazy. Okay. With that all being said, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do. I'm about to go live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to go live, Queen. I don't know how much time you got. I'm about to set this camera up, and I'm still gonna get this interview off with you on my live. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm
Well,
gonna go live.
Listen, here's what I'm gonna do. Hold on, let me read these comments real quick. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so they're saying we're live. They're saying you're live, Queen. They're saying, okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so they're saying it's still live. Now,
let's go then. I'm ready to roll.
I see you, but I saw a video was taken down. Okay, so they said another video was taken down. You know what? That was probably, hold on, let me go check real quick. Okay, yeah, that looks like they took down that video about Johnson & Johnson, about the vaccine. That's what that looks like. I can't see the thing right now. So let's just go ahead and proceed. Let's just go ahead and proceed because they said they can see us. Okay, so that's good. Let me get back on. Okay, so continue with what you were saying. Queen, you are no longer live on Authentic Black Goddess channel. I said I'm not live. Hold on. Live on the backup channel. They said I'm not live on Authentic Black Goddess, but I'm on the other channel. Okay, all right. So let's just continue because I'm on my other channel. It's all good.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out, the situation with the money. What in these Louisville streets made you jump from not being able to pay your picking between paying your groceries, your car, and these little small bills that any black man or woman or white man or woman, we all got these bills, and if we out here working, we pay these bills. But all of a sudden, you couldn't pay these debts, and then a year later, here you are worth $1 to $5 million. Somebody explain it.
Exactly. So that really is very suspect and very crazy, right? And here's the thing. So, and these are her own words. Nobody's making this up. She typed this up herself. Talking about her finances and all of that. So it's not like anyone's just making allegations. These are things that she, in fact, said herself. So,
not to mention, Queen, she said she was raised by people like Al Sharpton. She got friends and mentors like Charlamagne the God. I'm sorry, ain't they loaded? What we do when we're in tough positions? Don't we hit our friends up? So where was these activist millionaire friends that you got when you were struggling to pay your bills? Because I'm sure that you had all of this hype and all of this clout because you was the main person in the women's march. So where was these people had to come through when you was falling short for your bills?
Exactly. That's all real crazy and suspect. So anyway, people in the chat going off talking about YouTube. So listen, Kendrick, I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna go ahead and conclude the broadcast because I have another live to do at about 7 or 7:30 rather. But what I want you to do is you can make sure you keep in touch with me. Now, I already put out the information that you said you challenged her to a debate, right? I posted on all my social media platforms. So we're going to see if we hear anything from her. That's what we're going to do if we hear anything from her. And I appreciate you coming on here and sharing the information and bring your receipts like you always do.
Right.
Okay.
I want to say I appreciate you. Thanks for having me on. I apologize. Unfortunately, when you deal with Kendrick Wilson, they mess with you. So I apologize for getting you that strike. They just don't want the truth to come out. But if anybody, wants to continue to follow me, y'all can follow me on Facebook. I got a page. It's Kendrick L. Wilson. I'm in Facebook jail on that page right now, but I also got another page, a backup page, Lamar Wilson. That's LamarWilson, and you can find some content and stuff on there. I'm constantly breaking things down, but at the end of the day, I apologize, Queen.
Oh, no, it's not your fault, honey. You know how YouTube is. But anyway, I want to thank you for coming on here. So we had to get that information out. And I'm going to keep in touch with you. And like I said, you let me know if you hear anything about her accepting your debate, and I will let you know also. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Love, Kendrick. Thanks a lot. And until next time, I will talk to you again soon.
Okay. Blessings. You have a good one.
All right. You too. Okay, everyone. So you see how YouTube hates, right? You see how they do. Anyway, I'm going to conclude this broadcast because I'm going to be going live at 8 o'clock on my paranormal channel, Queen Amadaya TV presents Beyond the Realm. And here's the thing, people. If this channel has a strike, that's all fine, because I will be on the backup channel. All right, I still have another channel. And not only that, I will also be going live on Paranormal. Queen Amadaya TV presents Paranormal. Presents Beyond the Realm. Queen Amadaya TV presents The Root of All Evil. Queen Amadaya presents More Than Meets the Third Eye. Okay, so make sure, and let me go ahead and put the link in the chats, so that you all can subscribe to the Beyond the Realm if you have not done so, and also these other channels. Hold on just a moment. Okay, here we go. Let me put the link in the chat. And everyone, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be going live on there at 8 o'clock, Beyond the Realm. I'm going to be going live at 8 o'clock. We're going to be talking about the Mothman. Okay? There's the link. And let me put these other links in there also. For The Root of All Evil. Okay, and everyone, please get the likes up. Please like and share this video so that we draw more people into the algorithm for the viewing. Now, keep in mind, people, I'm not going to be able to post on this channel for a week since they gave me a strike. But with that all being said, there we go. Okay, with that all being said, just go on my other channels. And then there's one more link I want to post. That is to More Than Meets the Third Eye. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at QueenAmadaya.Shakur. Also on Instagram at Divine_Goddess_27. On Twitter at DGoddess27. Patreon and Brighton at Queen Amadaya.Shakur. So until next time, Rose, don't forget to meet me back in the chat at 8 p.m. on Queen Amadaya TV presents Beyond the Realm. Until next time, everyone, peace.